Demarco, I'm told we have a little bit of news off the top. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, a little news. I've decided to retire from the game of football today.
That's not little, man. That's not little.
It's been great. It's been a great 7 years of my career.
From winning Offensive Player of the Year to out of the league 3 years later, today on Forgotten, Demarco Murray.
Reports on one person already using the brand new system.
Marco.
How you doing, sir?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm so pumped up right now. So,
Congratulations.
yes, sir. I'm glad to be a Cowboy. I'm going to do everything in my power to get us to that national championship. So
I know you are. We picked you because of the kind of player you are, but equally as such, the kind of person you are.
The Cowboys selected Murray 71st overall in the 2011 NFL Draft out of Oklahoma, where he was the school's all-time touchdown leader at the time. Murray was viewed as a versatile three-down back with exceptional hands and almost a receiver-like build. However, there were injury concerns coming out of college, as well as questions about his vision and football IQ. Murray started the year as a third-string running back behind Felix Jones and Tashard Choice. However, this would all change in Week 5 of the 2011 season in a game versus the Rams. Heading into the game, Jones was hurt and Choice was the starting running back. However, a play from the Cowboys' own 9-yard line would change everything.
Romo on a delay, hands off to Murray, Demarco Murray. Going all the way for the touchdown. 91 yards for the score.
Murray had just made himself known to America's team. However, he didn't stop there. He kept going and going and going. Murray finished that game with a stat line of 25 carries, 253 yards and a touchdown, averaging 10.1 yards per carry. Murray was not able to replicate that production every game of the year. However, that doesn't mean he had a bad year. In weeks 9 and 10, he had 139 yards and 135 yards. However, his season was cut short in week 14 when he suffered an injury. The 2012 season was a bit of a disappointment as Murray suffered an injury in week 6, missing the next 6 games, and finished the year with only 663 rushing yards. In addition, he had 251 receiving yards, proving why he was a dual threat. However, this year proved Murray was the Cowboys' future at the running back position. Coming into 2013, there were extremely high hopes for Murray, as year 3 is usually when a player takes the biggest leap of their career. Murray lived up to those expectations, rushing for over 1,100 yards and hauling in 350 as well. He also stayed relatively healthy, only missing 2 games the entire year. He earned his first Pro Bowl nod, and now the league knew who Demarco Murray was. However, no one could have predicted what would happen the following year. In 2012 and 2013, the Cowboys finished with 8-8 records. Something had to change. This change came in the form of getting the ball to their best player, Demarco Murray. When the 2014 season started, everyone knew Murray was going to be legit. No one thought he was going to be this good. Throughout the first 8 games of the season, Murray eclipsed 100 yards in every game. Not only this, he averaged 132 yards per game. Yes, 132. Not only was Murray putting up historic records, the Cowboys were winning, going 6-2 over that span. Murray kept up his dominance throughout the rest of the season, finishing the year with 1,845 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns, and 416 receiving yards. That comes out to 141 all-purpose yards per game. Murray's play not only helped the Cowboys finish with a 12-4 record, but also win the NFC East and look to make a run for the Super Bowl. Murray was now a household name, being named an All-Pro for the first time, finishing 3rd in MVP voting, and taking home the 2014 Offensive Player of the Year. It felt like he could not be stopped. Going into the 2014 playoffs, all eyes were on Murray. In the wildcard round, the Cowboys took care of the Lions, with Murray playing well, having 97 total yards and a touchdown. However, his final game in a Cowboys uniform ended up being one of the most historic games in NFL history. Headed to Lambeau Field, it was a cold winter day, so the ground game and Murray should dominate. The Cowboys were playing well, but a mistake by Murray turned the tides as he fumbled early in the third quarter, leading to a Packers field goal. However, later in the game, with the Cowboys down 5 and a chance to win the game, this infamous play happened.
They go up top to their beast and hope he makes a play, and he does! It's ruled a touchdown. We're down at the 1/2 yard line for the Dallas Cowboys.
Watching this play back, even as a die-hard Packers fan, Dez caught the ball. But at the time, no one realized the impact that this would have on Demarco Murray's career. After the 2014 season ended on a rough note, the Cowboys wanted to bring Murray back. However, they only offered him a 4-year, $24 million contract with $12 million guaranteed. He didn't like this deal, and the team came in to offer him a 5-year, $42 million, $21 million guaranteed. That team? The Philadelphia Eagles. Cowboys fans were not happy with this, to say the least. I mean, how could they be? How could he leave, but go to a team in your own division? Murray said it gave him the best chance of winning a Super Bowl, as well as he was able to play with his college QB in Sam Bradford. Let's just say that was not the case. In 2015, the Eagles ended up finishing 7-9, which was better than the Cowboys' 4-12 season. However, Murray did not have a good year. While he stayed healthy, only missing one game, something just never seemed to click like it did the year prior. He only finished with 702 rushing yards and 1,024 all-purpose, but averaged just 3.6 yards per carry, which was a career low at the time. Whether it was coaching or decline in play, Murray was not happy with his role in Philadelphia. It felt like they were not using his downfield running capabilities to the max, and it was clear he wanted out. The Eagles underwent a massive overhaul, firing Chip Kelly, trading away key players, which Murray was a part of the trades. He was able to seek out his own partner, and eventually he did, and was shipped to Tennessee, which was exciting because they had a young QB named Marcus Mariota and a team that had not had a running back go over 100 rushing yards in a game since Chris Johnson did in 2014, the year that Murray won Offensive Player of the Year. In the 2016 season, Murray seemed to be returning near his 2014 form. He went on a stretch from week 3 to week 10 where he averaged 100 yards per game and a touchdown. However, as the season went on, he started to get less touches, mainly because there was a young running back in town that started to take them away. This young running back was Derrick Henry. In the end, Murray did have a good first year in Tennessee, leading the AFC with 1,287 rushing yards and over 1,600 all-purpose. It seemed like he was trending in the right direction, but a generational talent was playing behind him and looking to take his spot. 2017 rolled around, and it seemed like the Titans were going to have a split backfield of Henry and Murray, and it was exactly that. Their snap counts were almost 50-50, and both had a good year, leading them to a wildcard game. However, in Week 16, Murray suffered an MCL tear, taking him out for their postseason run. This was time for Derrick Henry to show what he's worth and that he can be a starting running back, and he did just that. He ran for 156 yards and a touchdown in an upset win against the Chiefs in the wildcard round, and it was clear he was the future for Tennessee. In the end, Murray did not have a good 2017. He finished the year with 659 rushing yards and a measly 3.6 yards per carry. Later in the offseason, he was released by the Titans. So what was next for Murray? Coming off an MCL tear, he needed to find a new team where he could easily contribute right away as a backup or possibly a starter, right? Well, in a shocking announcement, Murray retired. Just like that. 3 years after winning Offensive Player of the Year, having over 1,800 rushing yards, he was gone. He stated that he knew his time was over, whether it was father time or just getting older, and now he could focus on himself and mainly his family. Murray wasn't just a good running back, he was a special one. His 2014 year is one of the greatest running back seasons of all time. But where did it all go wrong? It's really hard to say. Whether it was the move to the Eagles in 2015, whether it's the lingering injuries that I mentioned earlier from college and early in his career, or it's just father time, it's hard to tell. However, his name will always be remembered with an Offensive Player of the Year in 2014 in a historic season.